Hello, this is MrYellowGiraffe, and welcome back to my Minecraft hardcore world. I use a lot of rockets. I have used most of a stack getting this video started filming. I want to do something like that, and I thought best thing to do about that is to make a gunpowder farm. So that is what I'm going to start this video off by doing. I have this swamp biome here that I want to upgrade. So I am going to start by doing some terraforming and adding a small castle. Eventually, I plan to add more rocks and trees and completely terraform this massive swamp biome. But that is a project for another day. Hi, it has been a while since I was recording this. I say a lot. I really need to stop doing that. So, it's been a while. I have been working on a lot in this area. There's just a lot. I had classes and stuff that I was finishing up through finals, and I didn't want to, record a bunch of the rest of this episode because I wanted to spend more time doing that. So, in the little bits of time that I've had, I've just been terraforming this area. Eventually, it is going to get better. I need a lot more mud and muddy mangrove roots. That's what this areas are. Fuck. Yeah, this whole area is going to be terraformed. I've gotten a lot of the underwater sections done, because those are fairly easy. Yeah, this whole area is going to be terraformed like this. I still need to design trees and other stuff like that and get a bunch more foliage and stuff in. I've just been terraforming kind of in off hours while doing other things. I've got rocks started, kind of. This is the basic layout for the rocks, but eventually I'm going to, add detail and texture to them. I finished the creeper farm. I've had so many pillager patrols come and attack me, so I've decided to make this a pillager area. I've got this here, campfires for the creepers to fall into, and I've got some gunpowder in there. I've been taking it as well. What else? Oh, over this way. I have been terraforming the beach as well. This whole area is slowly getting terraformed. It tends, I think, to look better without shaders. So here's what that looks like. Here's what it looks like without shaders. I think the without shaders look looks better with this terraforming style. But I do like terraforming, so I'm going to keep it on. I like the shaders. I think the shaders make things look better just in general. Yeah, that is generally this area. I've spent a lot of time terraforming it. And I still need to do so much more in this area to make it actually finished. But need to get trees, need to do other stuff, and eventually that'll happen. I'm planning to go out to a local marsh near me and do some tree studies to get better ideas of marshy trees, other than mangrove or what's the tree name? Willows. I want to make some red willows using the red nether moss around this area, because I think that'll look pretty. It'll also kind of make it look like that area from Elden Ring. I'm gonna be honest. I know about Elden Ring. My one friend is obsessed with it. I cannot get into it, so I don't know the names of places.
I'm also just bad with names in general. So, yeah, eventually I want to have this area look slightly more like that, because that's a really nice looking swamp. But, yeah, that's going to be a longer term project. Same with the rest of this. But I've got tons of resources that I've mined from this area. This mountain area, it just was like flat down to here, and I've terraformed it all back. Same with some areas over there, and like big pillars off of that little island for taking down that mountain range, because while I like it, just in general, it does not look great from especially this side, where it just looks like that, and that does not look like a very natural mountain. So yeah, this is all coming down eventually, but that's gonna take a lot of time. But no, I've got stuff that I've wanted to do for a bit, because I haven't really explored the things from the new updates yet. Also, I had a friend join for a few minutes and I gave them a tour. So that is where, if I ever go back into my house and you notice that my suit of armor is missing, that's what it is. They have it. That's tools. That doesn't have elytra in it. My elytra in my house. So I will be going back to my house. Ow. Yeah, they're on the suit of armor though. There we go. This has 15 durability. So I need to go and repair all of my armor and some of my tools, because I've been using them a lot. Okay, so now that I am out of the nether, it is time to go and do the next thing I have planned, which is back in the nether. With the new updates and stuff, the happy ghasts look really fun, and I have not gotten a chance to use them or anything. So, I am going to go and explore till I can find one. That way, I can start getting the new exploration and stuff done with them. But for that, I've got to go back into the normal nether, and because I haven't opened a hole yet, which I need to do, apparently I also need to turn my sound back on, because I don't have sound. So now I can go and find some happy ghasts and, use them, because they're all very cute. Probably don't want to be going this way, because I've explored this way. So let's go this way. So I don't think I've explored this way yet. Also, there's a good chance I turn off the visuals for this, because they make it slightly more difficult than the visuals. My brain's wanting to say vibrant visuals, but those don't exist for the Java players yet. Oh, so sad, so sad. Yeah, just because the haze and stuff and the glare from all of the words. I found a bastion. Video settings, shadow pack. Shaders, that's the one. Just because of the shaders, I don't really want to do that. Okay, there's one chest. There's probably gonna be a chest in there. Okay, I skip. Ooh. Does this have one? No. Okay. Let us keep flying. You know what? I'm gonna have those in my inventory, because I think I'll need them. I hate flying in the nether, because it's very confusing. lots of tight passageways, and lots of striders, apparently. I've been here. That Ghast is dead. Ooh, Sultan Valley. This is where I want to be, but I do not want to be here in it. I want to be... Ah, yes. Open. Ooh, little guy. Hello, little guy. You're mine now. You are in my pockets. Skeleton. See, while I'm here, I do want to get bone blocks because I use a lot of bone meal. I've used a lot of bone meal on the swamp, so I wanted to gather it. There's a man over there. This feels like a death trap. Okay, it's apparently not. For now. I do want to get a few happy ghasts, so time to keep going. I can craft them as well using ghast tears, so if while I'm here, I get some ghast tears, that'll also be nice. I can craft some ghasts. Which, the idea that you can craft happy ghasts seems a little bit weird to me. Like, I get that they need to be renewable and stuff, and they don't want to have people breeding happy ghasts, because that's weird. But crafting them also seems a bit odd, so, I don't know. Come here, little guys. Where are you? What, you in here? No. Let me mine this. Let me take the bones. Nothing over that way. Is there anything over here? Oh, there's another skeleton. Oh, there is another happy ghast. Now I have two. Now I have two happy ghasts. I don't know why I've decided to talk like this while finding happy ghasts. It seems really weird. It's actively reminding me of the Game Master from Doctor Who in the newer seasons. So I haven't watched Doctor Who in a while. I need to go through and actually watch Yawa's Doctor stuff. Ooh, 2 lodestones. So I'm glad they added these because, you know, that's nice. I like being able to get lodestones. They're pretty. Well, hello, Bones. Do you have a baby? Is there a born baby here? No, there is no born baby. Again, why am I talking like this? I don't know. I am, though. Okay, down here with the single bone. Let's break this. And down through here. Anything here? Nope. Break this bone. Okay, I think I did see one over there, so I'll mine these bones to make sure there's none here, and then go and get that one. Which, I've seen people theorize that the bones are the bones of a dead ghast in here, but I think that seems really weird because ghasts wouldn't really have ribs this size. Because they're more of just a big cube. I don't, with tentacles, they seem more cephalopody than they do boned creature. I don't really think that these are the bones of dead ghasts, that the happy ghasts were the children and stuff. That theory seems to have, you know, a few flaws with flying tentacle creature that looks kind of cephalopod-like, and especially if they were from water originally, like the gills and stuff on the Happy Ghast would seem to signify that I don't think that these are their actual dead bones because of the size and stuff. And, you know, cephalopods don't have bones. A bony cephalopod would be weird. That's like the Halloween decorations of cephalopods that have skeleton octopus and stuff. Which is kind of weird. Yeah, they're dead. So I have 3 so far. Will I find any more? I already have one name that I want to use. And it is technically a reference, so woo. Anyone who gets it will get it. It's a reference for all of the nerds who will see this. Little guy. No, what am I doing? Getting blown up, apparently. There we go. Now I have the disc. There it is. Now I have tears. I like this music disc. It is one of the better new ones in the game. Most of the new music in this game is really good. So, that's saying something. Let's see where I end up. I'm curious about this, because I don't know. In a cave. Dripstone caves. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I have any dripstone, and if I do, it's at least not much. Enderman, obviously. I'm in Minecraft. I don't think I've been to this mangrove biome. F3. I made 9,000 blocks out in both directions. I don't think I've been to this mangrove biome before. Neat. There's a village here, so I'm going to probably sleep before I head back to home. I'm thinking I want to go back through the overworld as well, because that will just, I think, be nice. Ooh, I got space-time bubble. Fun. Little swamp. I've been in a lot of those recently. Okay, which way do I need to go? I need to go... not that way. Is it this way? Yeah, I need to go this way. Which I want to get the ruined portal from over here first. Ooh, another village, and a black sheep. Notes down? Nothing much. Anything interesting at that village? No, okay. Well, as I am flying back, if I see anything interesting... Of course there's one of these here. If I see anything interesting... Ooh, fallen tree. I'm 8,000 blocks out. I'm 9,000 blocks out. I can get the new things while I'm out here that I haven't gotten from a wandering trader yet. Speaking of things I've gotten from a wandering trader, I do have the new wood type. And I also have the vines and stuff that I've gotten from a wandering trader. So I'm not super needing to find. But I get bush. I get bush. Yes, bush. I like bush. Bush is pretty. I did also get a few firefly bushes from a wandering trader. But yes, I can make bushes now. Oh, and the leaves. I'm going to need to do a video. It's just updating my previous builds with stuff like the leaves and stuff and everything. So I've been looking at texture packs. Ooh, pale Amos. I've been looking at texture pack stuff recently and wanting to make a new texture pack to use because I can't. These are the same color as normal oak, and that pains me. You go in there, you go... Actually, I have a box for you, so you won't be cluttering. There. Stick that stuff in. There we go. What do I need from here? I need pale moss, because it's really pretty. I should probably take some weeping vines. Although I do have some already, so that's also fine. I need creaking, because I don't have any of that. Okay, time to do some deforestation. Okay, so that's the direction I was in. That's interesting. Okay. So, I'm going to empty my inventory a little bit. Lots of pale oak. I enjoy the amount of pale oak that I got there. Just put stuff away, and then I am going to put down the happy ghasts and start messing with them. Could grow them. Well, I'm going to be walking in this episode, which is over this way. Flying past everything. There was my little wither killing area. This is why I'm wanting to be building today, because I am wanting to redo this village and make it more my own using the happy ghasts, which I've got a full idea for what I'm wanting to do here that I can use them for. But I do need them to be grown up first, so let's put them. I'll do 3 of them. Let's put 3 of them down here while I start working on terraforming this mountain down, because I don't think it should be here for doing this. So, while they grow up, you can listen to some music while I destroy the mountain. Not this song, though. It's gonna be a different song. Yeah. welcome back. It's been a little while. Hopefully the next one goes much faster. Anyways, I've gotten the mountain destroyed. There's no mountain here anymore. It's gone! Wow! Okay, I need to get some more carpets. Do I have any in this chest? No. This chest is empty. No. Okay, we'll be back here at some point. You can go with that. So this is the area that I've got. I have some little streams running through here because the happy ghasts like water, so I wanted to add more water to the area. I also have another little stream coming from around this way. Well, I have a little shrine that is just kind of hidden away and kind of overgrown that has water trickling out down to currently nowhere. Eventually, when I do cliffs and stuff on the shore, it'll go in there, or maybe in a little pond or two. But I have these little terraced platforms where I have the villagers. Yeah, that's basically it. Now, I don't have villagers on the platforms, so the village is going to be built on the platforms once I start building it, which is the next thing. So, in a little bit, I should sleep. Also, you may notice that my hand is different looking. That is because I made a version of my skin for the Happy Ghast Rider skin that Minecraft released when I think we had to regrow however many Happy Ghasts. I do not remember. But I'm in the skin now because I added my face into it. So I also slightly changed the goggles and stuff like that and turned the Happy Ghast head into a scarf. Reminds me of the old pilots in their very warm clothing, so they wouldn't freeze while flying their planes. What was I gonna do? I need to do the Happy Ghast things while I'm still talking to you. Okay, so now I've got a name tag. I can do the Happy Ghast things that I was planning to do. So I only have one name picked out already. But I want to name one of them Marsh because it's both a literary reference. Not really literary, but a book reference. You can go back in. I don't need you right now. So I've gotten a few things to make saddles. So all of the Happy Ghasts will have a saddle, but only one has a name. And if anyone in the comments suggests a name, I will probably add it. But okay, let's land on you. You get the gray harness. I like the harnesses. I just wish instead of having stirrups on them, they would have ladders, because I think that would look better, because a stirrup isn't really going to do anything here. And since you have the gray, you are going to be Marsh. And I've never flown one of these before. How do I go down? Oh, you go forwards, but look down. Okay. Woo, you're now orange. And you, ow, are purple. And hot me. But yeah, I like the Happy Ghasts, but this is going to be a pain for flying Marsh back to my base. Ugh. Why do I do these things to myself? It's a good question, me. I don't know. It's hard to fly one of these in third person. Okay, so I've got a couple of builds that I want to do for this area, And the first one of those is going to be working on the village. So, let's get into that. Hello, welcome back. This is just really pretty, that's why I've got the shaders on and everything. I've just been looking at this while I get stuff set up. So, I have finished my area. This is the first house. Unfortunately, I kept forgetting to turn on the replay file. Oh, not the replay, the time-lapse thing. So yeah, there's not much of that. Yeah, I have made this whole little area. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure all but one of the villagers died. So we've got one villager, and I'll need to repopulate this area at some point. But I've been trading with him. He's a shepherd. Yes. Don't look at me like that. Okay, so I have a bunch of village houses in this area. I couldn't think of a light thing, so I had these little mini hot air balloons. And I like them. I'm not the most happy with them. I think I could do them much better if I used like fog lights and stuff like that. But this is how they are, at least currently. So I've got a couple of ghasts tied up. I've got some things. I've got houses. The one house that I have over here in light blue has a little forge area, which I felt like this area would probably at least have one, so I did that. I've got yellow, brown, and white sheep. I need to breed more brown ones. I have a red and a white hot air balloon still over here. The white one has this stuff in here, and the whole inside and top are mob-proofed. And the red one, same thing, but I'm pretty sure it has a cartography table instead of the loom that one has. Because if you're in a hot air balloon, you've probably got a map. So yeah, this is the hot air balloon. Then we've got more little tents. Now, with the design of the tents, it is meant to look like the different parts of the hot air balloon have been landed, tipped over on their side. This has been detached, moved over here, and then the fabric of the balloon is just draped over. So that is the basic design of every one of these buildings. You've got the floor, you've got the wing that is... fuck. I missed. This is the wing. You've got the heater for the gas of the balloon. That's this little stove here, which would theoretically let smoke out of the little gap. But yeah, it's all designed to look like each of the houses is the balloon, and it could be easily picked up and moved. The hardest thing to move would be the sheep, or the goat. I have goats in the pen over there that I'll show you. This one is white. Yes it is. I've got yellow, another red one, blue, and a green one over there. Because I decided to only make one green. Here's the green one. But yeah, I enjoyed making all of these. It was enjoyable. Designing them was fun too, because I got to think about how fabric would move. I've got happy ghasts, got sheep, got floating lights. Here are goats. There are 4 goats. They're all led to a fence in the bushes. Now, eventually, because if I look up from here in a second, see, I've got these little spots of bushes kind of scattered around. I want to get this whole area with that style of little scattered bushes and stuff. But I didn't want to try and do that before getting this video out, because this video, I'm gonna be honest, I wanted to get this done the first, like, week that the Happy Ghasts were out. And then that took me so long to break down. And then I procrastinated so much on things, so... yeah, I've already got the build designed for the next one. It's gonna be the capo update. Let's see how long that takes me to do. I do have other video stuff that I've been working on, as well as school things and a bunch of stuff like that. But this area is eventually going to get more terraformed with more of the bushes around, and I want to make this kind of forest area be kind of like I'm thinking an aspen forest or grove. It's complicated because aspens are kind of like they're kind of weird. Most aspens are most forests of aspens are a single thing with a bunch of different shoots coming up, so they're all theoretically linked as one kind of tree, making it a more colonial tree species rather than a single tree that has its own roots and stuff. Which I like trees. I think nature stuff is neat. But yeah, I'm wanting to do that. I've already got some aspens designed. I just would have to go through and build all of them. But yeah, there is one more thing that I want to do with this episode. And it's mostly because flying back and forth while taking that down and building everything, there's some weird terrain in this area. There's... where is it? Okay, I'm turning off my... not this. No, okay, we're gonna do this. There's some weird terrain in this area. Mainly this weird fake cliff face, which is fairly... it's not exactly in line, but it's close to being in line with this kind of weird cliff face. And this is a tall... yep, that. This is a tall, kind of blocky mountain. I think there might be an ancient city underneath it. So I am going to try and dig down, and I think that blocky area over there looks more like it. But this is the area that I saw first, so I'm wanting to check it, see if there's anything underneath it. And, well, I don't know. I'm gonna just go down. Yeah, we're just digging. So I think there could be an ancient city here. If there is, I'm probably not gonna explore it this episode. That seems like a beginning of episode fiasco if anything happens, rather than an end of an episode fiasco. If it is an ancient city, I'm hoping there's no fiasco. So, oh, diamonds. That's always fun. Thank you. Redstone. Also, always fun. I need to build some more redstone stuff. That's nothing. That's weird. Okay. I'm gonna keep digging down here in case I need to come up. Get some tough. That's always nice. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Okay. Well, I'm in the middle of an ancient city now. Okay, then. I guess this is where we end things. Yeah, okay then. I will see you all in the next episode. Yeah, we're gonna loot this place and then do a couple things. Woo.